How's it going, y'all? My name is Aiden Anderson, and this is the Moscow Minutes. I'll be bringing you the latest from the Latah County Commissioner meetings from the week of May 29th, 2022. Highlights from this week include budget requests, a discussion with the Hoodoo Water and Sewer District, and a new alcohol license for Red Fir Coffee House in Potlatch. Let's get into it. Monday was Memorial Day, so the county offices were closed for the day. On Tuesday, the county held an executive session for an acquisition of an interest in real property and a personnel item. That means that all the other items of discussion were brought forward on Wednesday. First up, a series of budget requests. These requests had to do with various costs the county may need to account for going into next year's budget. For each of these, the commissioners received a report on the current activities of the applicant associated with these budget requests. They first met with the head of the Latah County Noxious Weeds Department, which is looking for a slight increase in their budget request, which is due to increased travel and supply costs for the department. They also heard from the Moscow Chamber of Commerce, which has had a recent rebrand and is looking for $10,000 from the county as they continue to expand their community events and outreach projects. The Latah Recovery Center has not changed its budget requests of $25,000 as they continue to provide their services, with the addition of the recently purchased property for the Oxford House in Moscow. The Friendly Senior Citizens of Troy had an increase in their request to $6,000 based on a move to commit to hosting a senior meal once a week as opposed to twice a month. Family Promise of the Palouse is also looking for an increase as they focus on refurbishing their facility. Finally, there was an arts and culture request, which is looking for a budget line based on increased costs associated with running various events. Following that, the commissioners moved on to a discussion with the Hoodoo Water and Sewer District, which has been experiencing some major difficulties with their sewer infrastructure in the town of Harvard. As two representatives from the area explained, this has been an ongoing problem for many years, associated with a flawed plan for the rather expensive sewage infrastructure which was designed for the town, resulting in the current problem of raw sewage backing up out of the system and onto the ground. This total damage to the town's water infrastructure means that no new construction can properly take place, and clean water has to be delivered regularly from outside the town, usually from Potlatch. To complicate things, the grants needed by the water district to replace the existing infrastructure are likely still a few years out, leaving them with a need to find a short-term solution to the problem. The commissioners heard all of this from the representatives, and they are now looking at continuing this conversation in order to both tour the area where the problems are taking place and discuss solutions in more detail. The commissioners then signed off on a new retail alcohol beverage license for Red Fir Coffee House in Potlatch, as the owner is hoping to offer some evening fare in the summer months. They then approved an alcoholic beverage catering permit for the Southway Pizzeria in Princeton, which is hosting a business dinner for the Palouse Land Trust. The commissioners follow that by approving a request to prohibit animals, aside from service animals, in the Latah County Annex. The commissioners then amended a motion and order from May 9th in order to correct a clerical error, as well as approving the 2022 Developer Site Improvements exemptions, which is done on a regular basis. They then transferred $350 in unclaimed funds from a property sale to the Idaho State Treasurer, before filing the minutes and approving the recommendations from the Compensation Committee meetings on both May 4th and May 9th. The commissioners then approved a medical examiner services agreement with Spokane County for performing autopsies before going into their weekly review, where each of the commissioners there updated the others on what they've been individually up to this past week. Once that was done, the commissioners went off the record for the day. And that is the latest from the Latah County Commissioners. As always, we'll have the relevant links posted with this video, and if you have any questions, please let us know. This is Aiden Anderson with the Moscow Minutes. See you next time.